All right, folks, a very good evening and a warm welcome to the US-based Focus on Liberia Online Television Network. My name is Theo Williams, and we are live and direct from the nation's capital, Monrovia. Today we've come to talk to Liberians on a particular subject. But before doing that, let me lay the basis for you, and then we can begin to engage with our comrades who are already in gear to speak with us on this wonderful Monday evening in Monrovia. Well, a couple of days ago, His Excellency the President, Ambassador George Weah, accepted an invitation from the King of Morocco, King Mohammed V, to attend the 14th edition of the Media's Forum in Tangria, the Kingdom of Morocco. The 14th edition brings together over 5,000 participants, including world leaders, creating an opportunity to discuss the main geographical, economical, and social issues facing the planet, including the war in Ukraine, conflicts and instability in Africa, as well as tension and Indo-Pacific food energy crisis, inflation, and climate change across the world. Dr. Weah will be among, or is among, if you will, 200 renowned speakers at this year's forum in the Kingdom of Morocco. And so we've come to engage the views of Liberians as to what do they make of the President's 7 weeks trip out of the country. Is it reasonable, justifiable, or not? And so, having said that, let me engage the very first gentleman who is just in line to speak with us. And this person is not other but Mr. Richie Asamoah. He's always here at this forum to engage intellectually. As a matter of fact, Richie is a seditious. Richie, welcome to the US-based Focus on Liberia Online Television. Even though you're not a stranger, but let me officially welcome you.
And I say thank you, Theo Williams. Let me use this medium to appreciatively appreciate you for the interview, getting our view concerning what is happening in our country. You know, Comrade Williams, let me say this. The people of this country are rejoicing because when the opposition said...
Before you go there, Reggie, let me ask you the question. Then you can proceed. I was just introducing you formally. And so, what do you make of President Weah's 7 week trip out of the country? Is it reasonable, justifiable, or not?
No, William, let me say this to you. After multiple crises, I'm talking about the pandemic and other health crises, the President of the Republic of Liberia, being the chief negotiator of the government of Liberia, comprises of 3 branches of government. Indeed, the President is under the constitutional and statutory responsibility to go and negotiate with every foreign partner as to bring in development.
So you think the trip is reasonable?
Indeed. So I challenge any other Liberian, whether being an intellectual, to tell me that the President, who is the chief executive, the chief negotiator for the government of Liberia, as to things to happen in the interest of the people of this country, don't have the right to travel even for a month plus, it's utter oblivion.
Richard, while on the trip, His Excellency the President will have the opportunity to watch his son play in the World Cup. What is your take on that as well?
Let me say this. I think this is a privilege.
All right.
For a Liberian to play in the World Cup. You know, the president being a former soccer icon who played in the qualifying round of World Cup, and today, Tomete Weah, a Liberian, to be playing at the final of the World Cup, I think it's something laudable that every Liberian should appreciate.
Richard Kier, thank you very kindly.
Well, let me say to you, in concluding, the president went to Morocco after serving as the keynote speaker. The president was able to beg 50 million for this republic from the government or the people of Hungary. So let me say this, you know, the people of Hungary, under foreign and bilateral arrangement, has contributed towards development in Liberia. Though people are saying parochiously that the president traveled with 1.5 million, but today, serving as the keynote speaker, the people of Hungary were able to give 50 million development package to our country.
Richard
so
Kier, thank you.
If the president ever spent 1.5, just subtract 1.5 from 50 million. So it means the government and the people of Liberia are benefiting.
Thank you, Richard Kier. Thank you, Mr. Kier. Thank you very kindly. Let me talk to another colleague who is already in the queue. Gentlemen, let's try to ration the time and just be brief to the point. Welcome, how are you? Tell us the name.
Yeah, my name is Robert TRCM for the corporate Latin Ibrahimovic.
Robert, it's a pleasure to have you on this network. What do you make of the president's 7 weeks trip out of the country? Is it reasonable, justifiable, or not?
President, let me appreciate the president for mounting the courage.
You want to please project your voice a little bit?
Let me appreciate the president for listening to the plight of the people, mounting the courage, fostering the courage to go up there to lobby for Liberians who are seeking opportunity. You may be aware that there are circumstances in Liberia as it relates to the economic challenges that's in Liberia as a God for the whole world. So to see our president leaving the soil and going to another man's country to go lobby to see how better the community is to see how being attract investment to come to the country. Even though there have been a mirage from the opposition that yes indeed President Weah and his interaction with government officials are not able to attract one investment company in the country. Today in Morocco, the president has signed an investment agreement with Moroccans, said the Moroccan investment company in Morocco, and today the Honduran government in Morocco gave Liberia under his stewardship, under George Weah leadership, a $50 million that alone did message by the argument from today. But there's an element of in the country that want to see the downfall of George Weah. They are saying all type of things about George Weah, but George Weah remains a developmental barometer of this country. And you know, Theo, I listen to Patrick Goma on one of his discussions. He said there must be a leader that will tend the sea of African development. There will be a leader who will have the sea. Other past leaders under the Manaseli regime, the Waka regime, Manaseli had the opportunity to plant the developmental sea of this country. George Weah should have been harvesting the sea. But unless Waka and Manaseli squander those opportunities today, George Weah is making use of all opportunities that will be given to him.
So in essence, you think the trip is reasonable?
The trip is very excellent, it's necessary, it's not for the benefit of George Weah. Unless you know some reactionary saying the president you $1 million for your trip. The first place the president spent $50 million, so try $1 million for that. So the trip is very, we are managed to arrest some international diplomatic staff to negotiate contract. I'm a practicing procurement officer to negotiate contract convince international partners there must be a negotiation, there must be a reasonable spend. But the essence of that, you must bring the trickle-down effect. The trickle-down effect is that we'll be coming with investment, $1 million investment, we'll be coming with $50 million to better the level of growth, to step up our economy. So let me say kudos to the president. The president is very excellent. This president will be re-elected. And let me conclude on this. The MCC report, there's an element in the country that are not good in the country, they want to see the country down. The MCC report clearly did messify the myth that Waka, Cummins, and the rest of the government came out and yes, Georgia government is corrupt. Yesterday we were celebrating the MCC report. Today they are saying the people are biased, but when it takes back to the country, then it's okay, but when it takes good on the country, then they say, who are they? Who are they? And let's say, we are going.
Thank you. We'll find some time to talk about the MCC scorecard, but let's remain to the topic here on a discussion.
They said, President, we are going to manage a song playing. Promise. Even if a Bwaka song who have been over to play such international match, we will celebrate. But you know why you're not celebrating? Because a song is a silver musician, a song singing uncontrollably without any benefit. They don't even have any recognition internationally. The president didn't book up Bwaka and Kumi didn't book up. The president went to the Popo era, the greatest salsa but then during the season. So the president played football, Bwaka in the age who have never had any history of playing football in play. They are all a carpet clap.
Thank you.
We will be re-elected in the economy.
Thank you very kindly. Thank you very kindly. Let me talk to this gentleman who is in queue. He has been patiently waiting. Welcome, my brother. How are you? Tell us the name.
Yeah, my name is Weah. I'm always first. My name is Miracle Weah.
Okay, Weah, welcome to the US-based Focus on Liberia online television network. What do you make of the president's 7-week trip out of the country? Is it reasonable, justifiable, or not?
Well, I would say a trip out of the country, for me, I see it not reasonable.
Why do you think it's not reasonable?
Reason being because the president left some serious issue on ground that he's supposed to handle.
All right.
Which of course the rest issue is not yet settled. Rest is not in the country. Somewhere you go, you can find rest. You get me? The rest issue are not yet settled. And then civil are not yet taken pay. Civil are not taking pay yet. Can a serious country get, can a serious president leave the country just like that? But President Weah is best. Liberians don't want to go back to war again because we saw what happened in the 14-year civil war. So we don't want to go back to it. But in our country that has never experienced war, they are going to overthrow President Weah. Because you have serious issue on ground, you left it and then go sit down abroad for a month plus. You are not a serious person. So I don't see it. And fine for we Liberians, for President Weah to leave the country while he not settle the rest issue and civil have not taken pay, then go abroad. For me, I'm not serious fine.
Okay, thank you very kindly. You're still watching the US-based Focus on Liberia online television network. Let's talk to this gentleman, McLean Rana, activist. McLean Rana is just next in the queue. McLean, welcome to Focus on Liberia online television. How are you today?
Thank you so kindly. Thank you so kindly. It's a pleasure to be back here. And then let me say good afternoon to those in Liberia and maybe those in the diaspora. Like we already said, I'm activist Martin Renner, one of the Liberia youngest activists who is making sure that in fact those critical national issues that is on the carpet can be flagged at all given time.
Okay, McLean. So what do you make of the president's 7-week trip out of the country? Is it reasonable? Is it justifiable or not? What's the take on that?
First of all, the president's 7-week trip in my mind, to be honest with you, to be honest with the audience that is listening, it is reasonable. In fact, every trip the president made is a reasonable trip.
All right.
Why? Because whenever the president travels to a foreign land, in my mind, he is under obligation to go and perform and bring back proceeds for a trip to the motherland. That's one. Two, there are There are, in my mind, I think there are 3 or 4 different places His Excellency will be making a stop to. He stopped in Morocco of recent, currently now he is in Egypt, and I do think they'll be visiting Qatar and maybe to the United States. So there are 4 different places. What is the benefit the Liberian people is going to reap from the president's 7-week travel? That is my question. Mind you, I listened to Smith Tope this morning on the prom morning drive with Kevin Demi and Bessedy. Smith Tope failed to tell the Liberian people that in fact how much money the president has spent for a trip and what will be the outcome of the president's trip. Mind you, that be honest here. We understand that the trip to the COP 27 is a sponsored trip because he was invited to go there. There are 2 different things that happen. If the country invites you, the country is responsible to do a full payment of the trip. If you take a point of time and go, the country you reside in Liberia is responsible for a trip. I am finding it difficult for Smith Tope, being the president, assistant president, or press secretary, to tell the Liberian people this morning on prom how many millions or thousands of dollars the president is spending on a trip. Mind you, I don't know. I'm not saying it's a crime for the president to go and win it some playing football, but it's in the president's arrow. What the Liberian people is going to benefit when President Weah looking at his son playing the World Cup in 30 days to come. Mind you, President Weah son should be playing for Liberia, but instead he is playing for America. There are serious contradiction. It's on that one some of us have serious problem with. But mind you, the trip President Weah has made, honestly, it will give fruit. But either a working of that want to know how much the president is spending on those trips because that trip is our own taxpayer money.
Okay.
And want to know where our taxpayer money go on a daily basis.
Activist McLaren, thank you very kindly. It was a pleasure having you on this network. Let's talk to another gentleman who is already in the queue. Welcome, you live on the US-based Focus on Liberia online television network. How are you today?
Well, thank you very much. It's a great pleasure being with you.
Tell us the name, please.
My name is Musa S.B. Dore, a senatorial aspirant in most of our country. South.
Dole, what do you make of the president's 7 weeks trip across the country, or out of the country, sorry? Is it reasonable? Is it justifiable or not?
Well, for me, I would say that it's reasonable in the sense that from a particular perspective, because we have to look at the cost-benefit analysis of the trip we made by the president. Now, we have to look at the greater good of the country. Now, what would be the cost of the trip that the president making, and then what would be the reward to the country? If the cost of going will be rewarding to the country, then I believe that it's good. But on the contrary, if taxpayer money will only go to be expended and just for people to benefit, then I also feel that it will not be good for the country. But I believe that if for every cost, there should be benefit. So I believe that the president trip will be in the interest of the country. Because if you travel abroad to visit Morocco, Egypt, to go to the United States of America, and also visit Qatar, you can't take a huge sum of money just to go and make. We believe that there should be some return on our trip to the country as a benefit.
Okay, thank you, Musa Dole.
Thank you very much.
I see presidential aspirant, Councilor Tiawanse Gonglo. Welcome to the US-based Focus on Liberia online television network. You're now screening to this platform.
Excuse me. I'm not going to allow you to present my voice. I've been on 97 times in Lima. I don't have the voice.
All right.
So he just
Thank
said
you.
that he visited 97 towns in Lima, so you don't have the voice. I have to respond to you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not threat, but he's waiting to.
Maybe you could just chip in. Perhaps someone could just screen to hear you, Councilor Gonglo. What do you think?
Well, I would tell the Liberian people.
I think you're audible enough.
Wait, okay, so I would tell the Liberian people.
Yeah.
As a transformer, I'm elevating Liberian politics to a higher standard.
All right.
The Liberian politicians go in the cities. In Bon County, I do not go to Franga. I want to Fokole. I want to Sanoy. I want to Kokoya.
All right.
I want to write the people name. Like brother, that was the second dollar. We have to work hard to earn it. I went to 37 towns in Bonkani.
Wow.
By the way, my late mother came from Bonkani. They are my uncles and my mothers. I just came from Nimba. I went to 97 towns. I went to 97 towns in Nimba. I went to Mutua where President Taylor did not go to the campaign. He did not go to as president. President Salih did not go to the campaign. She did not go as president. George Weah did not go to the campaign. He had not gone there. I went and slept in Mutua and it presented.
What was the reception, Councillor Gonglo?
They received me everywhere I went. I was received because I was told,
all right,
you are the first presidential aspirant coming to our town. We can hear about them coming to Saklepe, Kanta, Sanukole, Kanple, Tapata, and Bam. They are never come to the smaller town. For me, I want to know where the Liberians are living, their conditions, so that I know the scope of work that I will do as president.
Okay, let me get your opinion, Councillor Gonglo, quickly in a few minutes about what do you think as regards relating to the president's travel out of the country for 7 weeks. Is it reasonable? Is it justifiable or not?
It is not reasonable. It shows negligence of duty. It shows a don't care attitude. And it gave another opportunity to misuse our resources. Because I heard when I was in Nimba that one of the purposes of the visit is to see a son play in the World Cup. He has only obligation to return the money for that day because they are not fully purpose. That is a major use of our money. Seeing your son play is a private affair. You better return all the money for that day.
Councillor Gonglo, thank you very kindly. You always seen with broom across the country. What does it signify?
Corruption is the drag that hinders the development of Liberia. A heap of drag is so much that when I got to top of that, and then they give me a bigger broom. And so I get carried away and say the corruption is too much, they broom you have too small.
Do you think you can eradicate corruption under your watch as president? Just in case you win?
I have a clear prescription for any corruption. I said, first, the president's salary and benefits, including the total value of the president's asset, must be on the internet and in the major newspaper. Number one, Liberians know the president's salary. Similarly, the salary of the speaker, president, protest, everybody in the legislature, the salary of the chief justice, every judge, everybody in the legislature, the salaries of all the ministers should be on the internet. Every Liberian should be on it. Take telephone and know how much they are paying the people who employ. Because we are the employer, they are the employees. You cannot be a master and don't know the salary of your servants. And then when we do that, I'm introducing something more revolutionary. Quarterly lifestyle audit. And as a president, I will submit myself to quarterly lifestyle audit.
All right.
To the extent that an auditor will come to me, President, your total asset and your salary and benefits is not more than $50,000. I got it on the computer here. But you are building a 10-story building in Glaze of your home that is valued $500,000. What have you to tell you?
So what will be your stance on? What will be your stance on?
I will resign because I will betray the trust. But because I wouldn't do some revolutionary, I want to transform my development. And you are minister under my government.
All right.
And the quarterly lifestyle audit shows that you are spending above your income and you cannot explain. I will not only disgrace you as they used to do in the past. And you and your family will enjoy the money. I will dismiss you immediately, turn you over to the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission to be fully investigated. Maybe what they know is just a tip of the iceberg. Maybe you got a house in Ghana, America, you have other investments, you will be prosecuted and be put in jail. When you are found guilty, you go to jail for 5 to 10 years. Your entire assets will be taken away from you. And everywhere I went in my home, I ask people, if 5 ministers are in jail, their property is taken, they're in jail for 10 years, their property is taken, their family members are suffering. Do you think one more minister will want to be corrupt? And the answer will always be unanimous no. That is what, so I say, will sit with corruption, which is a threat in government, and not train the jump out. You know, we'll train the jump out when the wind blows, it will come back. We will burn it. And the way to burn it is to put those people in jail, take their ass and let them in jail. And therefore, nobody will do it.
Councillor Gongolo, thank you very kindly. Presidential aspirant, Councillor Tiawon Gongolo, of a very terrible for us. We managed to just get a word or two from him regarding our topic on discussion. So folks, you stay watching the USB Focus on Liberia Online Television Network. My name is Theo Williams, and of course we are live and direct from the nation's capital, Monrovia. We want to talk to more and more Liberians here this evening. It's a jam-packed forum. The guys are already in queue to come on. So stay with us as we go across and just talk to the guys here at this intellectual center. And so we want to say welcome from just wherever you are joining us. Whatever you're doing at the moment. You still watching the USB's Focus on Liberia Online Television Network. A bit of distraction here now. All of the comrades are now focusing on Councillor Tiawon Gongolo. He's been placed in a circle now, and so and that is somehow affecting this interview, but never mind, I will do my best to sway the attention of the comrades. There you see Councillor Gongolo in a huge circle. He's been heavily surrounded by comrades here at the center. By the way, he's always here, and today he thought to just pass by following his trip across the country. You heard Councillor Gongolo, though his voice was a bit terrible, but we managed to get a word or two from him. Let's talk to you. How are you? Welcome.
What is the topic?
It's a pleasure to have you on this network. Tell us the name.
The name is Augustine Elsoma.
All right, Augustine, welcome to the US-based Focus on Liberia Online Television. What do you make of President Weah 7 weeks travel out of the country? Is it reasonable? Is it justifiable or not? What do you think?
You know, the question sounds so laughable. If you ask me what did I make of President Weah leaving our country in a time when our women, our mothers, our sisters, we are in a crisis of food, where women fighting, striving to get rice. Where there's no rice in the country, we are addressing key issues of the nation, and not just the nation without any information to the citizen. So, within myself, right, this trip, it is not timely.
All right.
It was not necessary because we have key issues that needed to be addressed, that it was not addressed. We have a president that failed to speak to his people, to address the plight of his people. We have a president that is treating us like we call a speech. Because look at Liberia, our staple food, we are in serious crisis. Very serious crisis with our staple food. No rice, we expected the president, if even he's traveling, to take on the airway to address the nation concerning the rights crisis. But everything has been swept under the carpet. And then one morning we just wake up hearing that our president has traveled. And you know that when the president is traveling with delegates. If you look at the amount of president that the president traveled with, then we need to analyze these people that travel with the president. What are the disciplines? Because of president traveling, you should travel with people. We should first of all know what the president is traveling for. And then if we know what he's traveling for, the kind of meetings he's going to attend to, then we will know the kind of ministers that needed to travel with him. Because when you travel with these ministers will be advocating on behalf of the country. But all of these guys, the barrage of ministers or whatsoever that travel with the president, what are they going with the president to do? What are they going to say? What are they representing the common people on? What are the topics that they're going to discuss outside? We need to know as a citizen. The president will be letting in his own obligation to communicate with us. His own obligation, we gave him our power. His own obligation to brief us at the time we are in need of him. He has his own obligation to communicate with us. For living from here on taxpayer money, with all of these delegates, I see people today around Kiri Street. They are jubilating that the president travel. People say, quote unquote, election. Like travel with 1 million or 1.5 million. He's bringing, he has got at least. He visited Morocco, you got 50 million. So it's unlaughable. Where are we going, Liberia? Where are we going? Where are we going? You see young people moving with new support. The president has secured 50 million. Have you seen the 50 million? Have you made a research? All that 50 million going to come to Liberia? Then you pass it along, taking it as a debate. We need to be serious in this country. We need to be serious with ourselves. Because international community will only be serious with us when we are serious with ourselves. People will only take us serious if we take ourselves serious. So we need to take ourselves serious. We need, in a motion, we elected him. He's our president because he's not one person president. Anybody that wins, at the end of the day, you go into election and you win, you have become president for everybody. You have become president for the entire nation. So he is our president. Whether you vote for him, you don't vote for him, in a motion, he has been declared as the winner of the nation, you become our president. Okay. So, for me, I am saying this trip was not necessary. It was not timely. I don't know the advisor that advised the president, but this trip was not timely. Go to Freeport, my brother, go to Vata. You will see our mothers. People stepping on there just for their rights. No rights in the country. The rights that they brought in the country is not a good rights for the citizen. Everybody crying. You cook the rice, you set it down less than 30 minutes. You're not able to eat it, no good taste. There's not a good rice, a rotten rice. And our rice going to make what? They're going to, than they kill people, they're going to bring out more sickness in the country. So please, whatsoever he is, let him try to Liberian people. Let him try to make sure that we secure good rights for the citizens.
Okay, thank you very much. Your name again?
The name is Augustine.
All right, Gus, it was a pleasure having you on this network. Well, never mind, folks, for the noise here in the background. It appears like we're having section in section. And so, let's talk to this gentleman here. My brother, how are you? Welcome. How are you today?
I'm good.
What do you make of the president travel out of the country? Do you think it's reasonable? You think it's justifiable? Or not?
Not.
Why?
Reason
that we see not is you're not making see you with no job, there is no help.
You have to please be audible a bit. Let's hear you.
Or go at the port, into the port, and see the youth, the amount of youth that wasting. There's nothing to do. Taking, playing, traveling. The money that you are taking to travel, when you can't help the people, go part time. Youth, that they are certain if these people are killing people, they are not saying, oh, come and work, okay, they want to $5,000, you cannot get it. See, we are seeing, compare early retreat and with this retreat. What is going in this country? The country is just look that we are fighting a silent war. Silent war. The silent war is about you say guns, fire, or what to go and battle. Now, no rest in the country. As my brother was saying, people sleeping on the street because of food. We know the past of the what happened. There are some of the things that are big problem in the country. They make people to lose power. Food. How will you let the country without food? How will you let the country without food? So there's my risk of peace in the presidency is I will start that far.
All right. Thank you. All right, you're still watching the US-based Focus on Liberia online television. Never mind for the noise you are hearing in the background. Never mind, we are just in the thick of things, and it's obvious that you would expect that. And so we apologize for the huge noise you are experiencing in the background while the interview is ongoing. But however, let's talk to this gentleman here. Welcome, how are you? You have to please be audible. Tell us the name again. What do you make of the president travel abroad? Do you think it's reasonable? You think it's justifiable or not?
My point of view.
I can hear you.
I say my point of view, maybe he left for a purpose.
All right.
Yes, to travel to all country, to love it, to bring something back to the country. It was not bad for him to go. Not too bad for him to go, but for my own reason now.
All right.
Concerning the rest issue, this rest issue, you can't blame the government too much. Because the dealer themselves, you hold them responsible. Because you get some people, the dealer pay them $20 US to stay on that land. To stay on the land every day. So if you get for 5 tickets, you get 100 US. So you are not hold the government responsible for that one. You are very safe.
While on the tour, the president will have the opportunity to watch his son play in the World Cup. What's the thing about that as well?
No, that one. Doing nothing, you go there, go have yourself, enjoy yourself, doing nothing, you see your son play.
All right.
Yeah. And from there you will go to the national America, you will throw body. Maybe they will talk something. If something will stay and pray that something will come for the country.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very kindly. Yeah. Let's hope and pray. Well, let me try to move in there and just interrupt the comrades here and take some one or two persons to just speak with us. Gentlemen, sorry for the interruption. Yeah, but let's talk to you. It's a pleasure having you on our network. Welcome. Tell us the name, please. George. What do you make of the president travel abroad? Do you think it's justifiable? Do you think it's reasonable or not?
I think it is okay for the president traveling to the Europe countries. Yes.
Why you think it's okay?
Because all that every development within Liberia.
All right.
Trying to go out there to raise funds for the motherland. Trying to go out there to make sure Liberia people have what they are crying on. Yeah. So I think the president's trip there is elusive. It is different. And in the hands of opposition, we are not thinking of opposition. We think on ourselves and the Liberian people. Just past, we are not like the man traveling, but once the man bring it in the country for everyone, not opposition, not opposition, for everyone. So
thank you very kindly. It was a pleasure having you on our network. Well, we have a section in section here today. Unfortunately, we can speak with all of the comrades who were in queue due to this current distraction. But never mind. So we want to call it a day. We'll come back again during the course of this week to interact more with the comrades on issues of national concern, issues about Liberia. And so it's been a wonderful time. It's been a wonderful time to listen to Liberians speak to our topic on a discussion. And so we want to wind down now to return.
I know that.
Dr. Ox, how are you?
Yeah, bro, what's up?
I'm okay. We're talking about the president travel from the country for the length of time. What do you think? Is it reasonable? Is it justifiable? What's the take about that?
What the president travel?
Yeah.
The president is very travel, man. Sometimes you go there, you can bring anything, and then they bring increase. Until I read video discussing, the president travel is the stable food. You said
the president travel is insignificant?
For the one.
What do you think is insignificant?
Because
why?
You got to go to the business pro and stabilize the stable food of the Republic of Liberia. They almost say Gambia cannot afford $80 for couple rent for living children. Because in return, you're not going to settle down rent to say yes, we will settle down and the rent will come down. We are not family I can afford. Oh, look at it, come on. You can't say from small community, up on Yugutan, from West Point, you say from small, then we cannot see the rest of Yugutan, and then have a couple rent. What is the limit? If you travel there, it's a classic. You travel, and you get classic behind here, you can solve the problem. My brother, let's start joking. My knee back the Weah. A Weah pay tomorrow boy. Stick it at me, like what tradition culture. Oh, Weah, you're going to say, man. So I don't come to be a bayor. You get what I say, my brother? Because my knee Weah. I've been here. I can afford, but the commoner. If you go down the high base, in West End, $80. You're not just $80 for couple rest. Myself buy it. So the president trying to give 15 go there, yeah, you know you have 15 million, my brother. When the 15 million cannot make any impact in the life of the people, automatically what you going for this? Nothing. So they get it clear. Now when my colleague just said, oh, you think of people, oh, you see, I said, what? I would say there, he said, scary. Now, I feel like you're one there, every day, CDC. Look at the condition. It's a bit out of here. You get my brother? You cannot settle the staple food of the economy. Brother, the stomach control the man. You can afford as a journalist, but the commoner cannot afford. So you have pricing here. Here's economic pricing. They're not what with economic pricing. You get what I'm saying? If you even cannot get to satisfy your need, it's insignificant. So even we are going tomorrow, the other tomorrow, what the impact is making here to the economy. The rest there. I can afford the rest, but I'm talking about the others.
who wrote this year. And where I love the country, they read that everybody buying it. See this year, United Party, everybody buying it. So the can say that the other good stuff you.
Okay.
That below is 400 before your coffee. Get it clear.
Thank you very kindly.
Thank you very much for interviewing. My name is Dr. Weah.
All right, Mr. Weah, thank you.
Myself, tomorrow I get to know you. We are your field.
All right.
Thank you for interviewing.
Thank you. We're still here talking to Liberians about the president's travel. What do they think? Is it reasonable? Let me talk to my big brother here. Welcome. How are you today? Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, sir. You're welcome.
What do you make of the president's travel? Do you think it's reasonable? Do you think it's justifiable or not?
It's beyond reasonability. As chief executive,
all right,
he has a right to represent the Liberian people.
Okay.
So when he went, it was a step in the right direction.
Some are saying we have too many crises in the country, and that is yet to be settled. And the president is out for the length of time.
But one of the reasons why the president tower is a crisis over time or trip. We're talking about climate change.
All right.
So which crisis are we talking about? The president going on sightseeing, not going on vacation. He's going to form part of world leaders to bring resolution to global crisis. So which crisis are we talking about?
So in essence, you think the travel is significant?
More than significant.
While out of the country, the president will also have the opportunity to watch the son play in the World Cup.
Now that his son, when he invited by the Federation International Football Association.
All right.
So he's now going to Qatar to watch his son. He's going there to fulfill an invitation extended to him by FIFA.
Okay.
As former world best. So his son is out of the picture. Where his son is in the World Cup now, you are still going there upon the invitation of FIFA.
Okay. Thank you. Your name again?
Mr.
Bokke, it was a pleasure having you on this network. Thank you very kindly. Well, we would like to wind down now. It's been a wonderful engagement with our Liberians. And let me note that all of the views you heard on this platform are all views of Liberians, ordinary Liberians, and not our view as an institution. We are just doing our business as per our own obligation to educate, elevate, and promote all things Liberia, folks. And so it's been a wonderful time engaging with the comrades here at this end. I'd love to say thanks to our hard-working CEO, Mr. Dennis Jar, who is in Atlanta, Georgia, the U.S. Thanks to Head of Operations, Mr. Anthony C. I love to call him the FOL Bulldog. He's the one who's always making sure we are fully equipped. We are up to the task logistically to inform you adequately about happenings in our country and elsewhere. And so on behalf of the team, my name is Theo Williams. Bidding you farewell from Monrovia. Have a great day.